said that he doesn't believe that this was what the Pakistani guys said this is.
Do you believe him?
Hang on.
I don't know who to believe.
Hang on. Didn't you originally get this from, like, some guy in, like, a trunk, and now it's suddenly, like, a...
No, well, those are all made-up stories. I just got it from the Pakistani guys, but the thing is that I don't know that I believe their story about what it was.
So even you don't know.
So this is what, exactly. So if anybody knows. So this is what you would call in, like, antique dealing, you know, or art, you know, an art dealer would call an object of unknown provenance. We really don't know what it is, right? And so therefore its identity is like an uncollapsed wave function, and it can be anything we say it is. And so therefore it's a catalyst for imagination. So one thing that we can do with all this is, for anybody who's watching this, can write their own story about what they think this is.
Until it's observed.
Because we don't know, nobody really knows what it is.
Right.
It's like Schrodinger's cat. You know, is it alive or dead? Is it even a cat? Maybe it is an
I don't think it's a cat.
Maybe it's an AI that's made to look like a cat that will live or die based on whether the wavicle is a particle or a wave or something like
Probably
that.
not
Who knows?
a cat.
I think it's just
Maybe
an
a
art
cat.
piece,
Okay.
to be honest.
I just heard a meow.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, an art piece.
It could be a
Strider.
cat that was freeze dried and like really compressed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. So by the way, just so you know, no children were harmed in the making of this episode of Show Don't Tell. Strider and I were reading from a script and only pretending to be frustrated with each other, while Peyton and Indigo, who have extensive improv training from around 20 years of experience each being in the theater, had no lines at all and were told to improvise. Now, they're also child stars who are a lot older than they look. Peyton is 27, Indigo is 25.
Get my ID out if
They
you
never
want.
like to actually admit their age because they think that they will lose casting opportunities. But, you know, I know this from having been a child star myself in the 30s, that you know, I'm a lot older than I look too. And a lot of people don't even believe me because the movies, nobody watches my movies from the 30s anymore. They don't believe that I was a child star in the 30s. But I mean, so I'm older than I look. I mean, I even have some early memories of World War One. I remember after school we had to like help the soldiers dig trenches, and it was so boring because we didn't have smartphones. I mean, I would have to listen to podcasts pre-recorded on cassette tapes, and the cassette tape recorder was like about the size of this TV. And you can step out of the way. I just want to show them. This is like the kind of TVs we had, and everything was just so bulky in those days.
Really?
So anything, and Strider, if you could step out of the way of the screen there for a second. So we decided to have some things that were pre-written and other things that weren't. This was designed to be ambiguous, more ambiguous than if we had everything scripted or if we had nothing scripted. I realize you may have ambiguous and or ambivalent feelings about this whole video you just watched. If so, thank you. This is Jonathan Zapp of ZappOracle.com signing off.